Happy birthday, Sagittarius. So welcome to your solar return birthday reading. So sorry it's been late. I'm a Sagittarius as well, and it has been very busy, as it usually is with Sagittarius season, because it's also holiday season. Everyone wants to try and get everything done before the holidays start. So it usually is a very busy time of year for all Sagittarians. So this is for Sagittarius Sun, Rising, Moon, and also Venus. So I'm quite interested to see what this reading will bring, because like I said, I'm a Sagittarius Sun, Sagittarius Rising, and Sagittarius Venus, so this should be pretty relevant for me. And as you can see, it's Sagittarius and IC, and that's card number 21, so 2 and 1 is 3. So 3 is a pretty spiritual number as well, but with all Sagittarians, we do like to dive deeper. We like information, we like to learn things, we like to explore. So all those things are very Sagittarian qualities. So IC is extremely important and extremely relevant to Sagittarius. This year's been no exception, being 2020, being like 2020 vision. So this is really giving us a peek into our destiny and into our fate, and seeing what exactly where we would like to go in the future. And this is a resetting for the whole collective as well. So this is relevant to all Sagittarians, this reading. So we'll see what our new solar return will bring for us as well. Also, it's going to be a new moon in Sagittarius in a couple of days as well, and that's going to be quite a powerful one, with the nodes being in Sagittarius and Gemini. Therefore, it makes it we're going to be having a total solar eclipse in Sagittarius, and I will be doing a video on that as well. So I'm just going to bless my cards. So dear angels, saints and spirits from the divine white light, please bless my cards and give me clear insight. So yeah, I received these beautiful cards as well for my birthday. So it's the first time I'm using them on here. They're just gorgeous cards. They do have a lot of detail, so that they're the pictures on them are really beautiful, and I'm just kind of wishing I've got a bigger cards, but that's all right. I'll just explain what cards come out and what it is that I can see on the cards, and hopefully you'll be able to see them as well. Now with that new moon in Sagittarius, that is like our lunar return. So on any new moon, it doesn't matter what sign you are, the new moon usually happens for your birthday, which really is quite significant, because it's new moons, as we know, is where we set our intentions. So what we set intentions for, this will be very potent for us to do that on this eclipse. The energies will last, no doubt, because it's a solar eclipse as well. It will last for at least 6 months, which will bring us into the full moon in Sagittarius, which will happen in 6 months. So it's actually a really good gauge to see what we've been manifesting, what intentions we have set at the new moon will actually come through for us at the full moon, because full moon's all about fruition and manifestation. So that's just beautiful. So I'm going to cut these cards now, and we're just going to do a 9-card spread. Let's move these out of the way. My cat's just sitting here watching. Alright, and we will take that. Alright, let's see what cards we have. So the first card out is the Judgment card. I'm just going to pull them all out so then we can see what the spread is going to be looking like for us. Then we've got the 2 of Cups. As you can see, yes, they're very detailed pictures on these. So hopefully, like I said, you can see it. This is the Queen of Cups. It's just beautiful. I really like these cards. Actually got lots of cards for my birthday as well, so it was really nice. And I managed to go away, go camping, very Sagittarius. This is the World. It's just gorgeous, that card too. The Knight of Swords. So this is going to be our overall energy. The Six of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles. The Chariot. Love this card too. This is actually really lovely. Depiction of the Chariot. And the Eight of Wands. How beautiful. Okay, and underlying energy. Let's have a look. The Seven of Cups. Well, that's pretty relevant too. Seven of Cups have been coming out quite a lot today. Anyway, I've done a couple of readings, and yes, that seems to be the predominant card of the day. So anyway, we'll get into it. So Judgment. So Judgment speaks of a redo, starting all over again. Now, this is what I see for us in the recent past. So it is wanting to possibly bring back a situation from the dead. Now, in the original tarot, it is the angel Gabrielle blowing the trumpet, and there are people that are rising up out of their graves. This one's very similar, but it's obviously got an angel there. There's butterflies coming out of this beautiful horn that she is blowing. There's lots of butterflies there, lots of flowers. And there's also people in her dress. You can't really see them, but it's like they're waking up. And again, this is a redo. So it's something that you might have thought was dead and buried, or maybe it's a wish that you want something that has been dead and buried for a long time. You possibly want to revive that and get it back up and going again. The World. So this one is a total reset. So this is wanting a fresh start, it's a closing out of a cycle as well. I love how it's got the moon there as well. And you can see it's just covered in green. And it's actually like a priestess in there, and she's looking into into like a crystal ball. That's what it looks like to me. She's got lots of birds around her as well, and it just looks so abundant and thriving, this beautiful natural world there. But it's also like a portal, and it's giving us a peek into the new world. That's what it really looks like to me. So this is wanting a fresh start, looking into that portal, and again, like I said, trying to see into the future, trying to see what it is that we want to manifest, and just knowing what our wants are. But this is wanting a new beginning and wanting a new chapter to begin. Then we've got the Five of Pentacles. Now, the Five of Pentacles is usually the card that's in the original tarot is left out in the cold. In this card, it is somebody that's sitting outside. They're sitting down, their heads down in between their legs. They're sitting outside. It looks like a very cold stone area. There is a butterfly there though. There's also looks like either a gecko or a chameleon. So lizards are very powerful creatures as well, because they have the ability to be able to blend into their environment. So I think what this is saying, if you're feeling that way, you're feeling left out in the cold, it's because your perspective, that's what your perspective is. In the original tarot, there is a church, and it's two people that are walking outside the church. If only they realise that, yes, there is help above them. And as you can see, they've got the stars there. So I'm really seeing that, which is obviously depicted as by the pentacles as well. But because they've got stars in there, it's also wishes, it's also hope. It's also knowing that there is assistance there for us if we only just look up and maybe look at things from a different perspective, which I find is really beautiful. So also there's a love heart in there as well, which is swirling around there too. So there is a lot of love there, if only you just maybe change your perspective. So it could be a sorrowful time, as we know, for everyone. Probably this year has been a very tough year. And no doubt it has been for Sagittarians as well. So it's probably been a very challenging year for everyone in their own way. However, I do feel like there was a feeling of being left out and probably abandoned. That's that feeling anyway. But we are very blessed. We do have Jupiter as our ruling planet, which is just the planet of expansion and love and joy and optimism. So we really do have to encompass that energy. And when we go into our present, we've got the Two of Cups. Now the Two of Cups is coming together with something, whether that's our inner, our divine masculine and our divine feminine. So as you can see in this card, so we've got two like spirits intertwining, so it's like a wind spirit and an earth spirit. It's actually quite beautiful. And you've got a cup there as well, and you've got the three fishes coming out of it. So it's just beautiful. So you can see that cups are emotions, of course, so it is having that fulfillment, and the heart is just above them as well. So again, saying that it's a love and a union of two either souls or two parts of one, so of yourself as well. So the divine masculine, divine feminine, the light, the dark, whatever that may be to you. So this is what we're actually coming into. This is our present. Now the Knight of Swords is our overall energy. This one is, so usually the Knight of Swords is the fastest moving knight. He's the one that's got his sword up and he's trying to bring in clarity into the situation. This card is depicted, he's not on a horse, he's actually on, it looks like some kind of mythical bird. And so, but he is flying in. He does have a sword which is still raised up, so he is seeking that clarity. There are a whole lot of other birds there as well, and I'm really drawn to this like whirlwind going around. So, but he is trying to come in and not get sucked into that, like it's like a vortex, I suppose. So again, this is very Sagittarian as well, with the Knight of Swords wanting to know the truth, wanting to see clarity, and that's what we want to do in this whole reading. And then we've got the Chariot. Now the Chariot is a fast moving card. It's actually moving. Usually it's depicted by the white and the black. It could be sphinxes, could be horses, depends on what that is. But as you can see, the rider is on there and they're actually riding a wave, which is just beautiful, because usually it is depicted as the Cancer card, and it actually does have a crab in it and two turtles down the bottom. In the background though, you can see that there's just it looks like sea foam, and the foam is going into like clouds, and in the clouds you can see this beautiful castle in the background. So it is finally making a decision and moving forward on that. And I really do feel that we are coming into that decision making, seeing what we do want in this world, what we want to, for our future, and then going towards it. So in our recent future, what I see there, we've got the Queen of Cups, which is just beautiful energy, followed on by the Chariot. So the Queen of Cups is usually, obviously, a queen. She's usually sitting on a throne. She's like halfway in the water, which is a little bit rocky as well. It's like a high tide, and she's usually got a cup, but it's got a lid on it. In this one, she's like dancing, and you can see she's like got the water, but she's actually treading on a turtle. Now turtles are very wise animals as well, and because they can go in the water and they can also go out of the water as well, so they're both, they can amphibian, but can go out onto the land as well, and it's having that flexibility. So it's using those inner emotions and being able to harness them, and using that power and that energy as well. That's what I'm really seeing with this card, and obviously the blue is really standing out to me as well. So that is also intuition as well. So I can see there's lots of stars there, and stars usually do depict intuition as well. So I can really see that. They just it's really beautiful picture, which is then followed by the Six of Pentacles, and the Six of Pentacles is usually the card of equal give and take. So in the traditional tarot, it's a man and he's giving coins to, there's to poor people or beggars or something, and he's giving one lot of coins to one of them, and he's also got a scale. In this one, it's depicted as like he's like got a little flute and he's playing on it, and he's on the edge of maybe a building or something like that, and it's actually it's like a fountain, and the water, it's like coming out, and that's where the coins are spilling out onto, and it's spilling out onto a little plant which is actually growing and sprouting, which is just beautiful. So I think what that card is depicting is where your energy, what you focus your energy on is actually going to grow, and you know, where energy goes, energy flows, is it? Something like that. So that's what I'm really seeing. So it's not really the equal give and take, obviously that is, but in this card it's, I think, where you're focusing your attention on and where that abundance is flowing to, and in that it's going to grow something really beautiful. So again, you give but not to receive, like so, and but also being receptive and open to receiving as well. That's another thing. So a lot of people block themselves off by going, oh no, that's all right. But no, you got to learn to be able to accept as well. Yes, you should be able to give, but also you should be able to receive. And I really do feel that in this card more so than the traditional tarot. So yeah, be open to receive so that you can grow and flourish as well into the beautiful human being that we're all, that's why we're here for, to follow that journey. The Eight of Wands. So the Eight of Wands is usually just 8 wands going very fast, and that's usually the text messages or fast communication, lots of toing and froing, or something that's coming in from overseas as well. That's what that card usually depicts. In this card, it's like a shaman woman, and she's obviously blowing off those, I'm not too sure what they're called, but we call them like little Santas here, and they just, you know, you make a wish and you blow them up into the air and then they get carried away. So that's what I'm also seeing, and it's also flowing on from this card as well. It's like putting out those seeds, putting out your manifestations, putting out your intentions into the universe, and then just watching it grow. She's also got a fox there as well. I'm just going to have a little look at these cards too. They're just, there's so much detail in them, it really is. But what I'm really seeing, yeah, so there's 2 foxes, and I can just really see that she's just putting it out into the universe. So usually it is a communication card, but I don't know, I'm not really seeing it as that in this card. I'm seeing it as putting out your manifestations and to see what grows. And then it goes, and our underlying energy is the 7 of Cups, and that this is having options. But here, in the original one, there's only one person, he's standing there, he's like the magician, and he's got all these cups up in the air. Whereas with this one, there's actually 2 people, and they're like embracing each other, and they're on top of a mountain. So they've reached a goal, an achievement. Their cups are down there, as you can see, but they're pointing to somewhere where they want to go. In the background, there's a castle, but this is where they want to go. And this is where, again, where I'm feeling that they're wanting a new start. So it's actually knowing what you want. Whereas the 7 of Cups is the illusion, delusion, confusion card. Whereas this one, he's pointing to it and going, that's what I want. So I really do feel that as Sagittarians, we really do know what we want, and whatever we point our arrow at, we usually hit that target. So again, it's being focused on that one thing, just like the Chariot as well. It's knowing that, and it's being able to drive the 2, because usually if you don't have control over the divine masculine, divine feminine, the white, the black, the shadow, the light, once you've got that under control, then the Chariot can move forward. And that's what we need to do as well with our arrow as well. So it's once we know where the target is, we point at it, and it usually goes straight towards it. So I really do feel that is just really, really lovely energy. And to know that we are still seeking the truth, to find out the truth in all situations. Again, it's really resonating that we're really wanting a new start. And I think what we need to be able to do is to be able to rein in our emotions, which is very hard for fire signs, I do know. Like I said, with this year, it has been very challenging. But for next year, I think it is going to be a better year for everybody. And this is no exception as well. So I really do feel like there is a new beginning. We're wanting it. These cards are just screaming out to me that that's all we want is a new beginning, especially with this, the World card, the Knight of Swords, seeking that truth and clarity to see how we can get that abundance to make our wishes grow and to be abundant. Doesn't necessarily have to be in the wealth realm. It could be in relationships, it could be in love, it could be in a multitude, it could be spiritual. It's just whatever we find passionate at that time. And I think the most thing as well with Sagittarians, we are very optimistic. We do have a lot of options. So it's just knowing what exactly we want, pointing to it, and then going for it. So that's what I'm really, really seeing with all of this. And I am seeing love. I really am. So whether or not, I know they've been saying it's going to come in, but yeah, I do see that this is us starting all over again, wanting a new beginning in everything. So whether that be in career, whether that be in relationships and love, again with our emotions. We actually have quite a good mix here. The only thing, we don't really have any wands, which is our suit. So, we've got the Eight of Wands there, I take that back. So I would say there is a lot of communication and wanting to know and dive deeper as well. And as with most Sagittarians, we love a good discussion as well. Maybe it's having discussions with our peers, with our mentors, trying to find out more information, trying to find out that clarity so that maybe we want to bring back some old situation which we thought was dead and buried and maybe put a new spin on it. That's the way I can see it that way as well. So with all of these things, I can just see it is a truth and clarity that we really want to come in so that we can start a new beginning with things. So maybe it is having an in-depth philosophical discussion with, like I said, our friends, family or peers, people that we respect and trust. So I think it's an overall really lovely reading. I'm just going to pull another couple of oracle cards as well. So this one's from the Energy Oracle cards. I really like these ones as well. They're all beautiful. All my cards are beautiful. I'm a bit biased, but these are my new ones. So that's a bit too many. Just a couple of cards for Sagittarius, please. Or one or two. Let's just see what comes out for us for the year and what is going to be our overall energy. I do feel it is going to be a lot better year for everybody, like I said, though, involved collectively. So I really do hope that is the case. And we have the Thinking Man. Now I'm going to read that out. Now this one, it looks like he's holding some crystal, or maybe it's a flower. But yes, the Thinking Man, and that is kind of appropriate for us as well. 4-6, so that is a 10. Again, new cycle. Let's just see what that says for us. We love to think and ponder about stuff. So Sagittarius. 46, male of wisdom or understanding. This card shows a man standing before an archway, gazing at a crystal in his hand. He is a thoughtful and reflective man representing the potential presence of a teacher in your life now or about to arrive soon. This person may be there to educate you in the finer details of your chosen direction, or may be there to assist you in some specific spiritual, mental, or emotional pursuits. The card is telling you to pay attention, for this could lead you to great strides in personal or professional growth. This man may also be a love interest coming your way, or perhaps just a new male friend. But be on the lookout for this guide in the physical world and be open to his information. Oh, wow, information, seeking clarity. Learn what you can. A new discipline, technique, course of study, or healing practice could change your life forever. That's amazing. I think that's just telling us. So I guess be out on the lookout for, again, a mentor that you're going to be having maybe a deep conversation with, somebody that's going to be coming in very soon to us, and maybe shining a light onto the direction that we need to go on. Yeah, so I think that is a very appropriate card for us. So I'm just going to pop that one there, and I'm just going to pull out a color card as well, so to see what vibrational frequency that we should be focusing on for the year ahead until our next solar return. Oh, of course, coral. Allow flow and synchronicity into your life. And this is where this card is really speaking to me, the Six of Pentacles. And usually it's a card of the past and reminiscing and, oh no, it's not card past. Sorry, I take that back. So that was the equal give and take. But this one, I'm actually seeing it as a flow. That's what I was really seeing that. So this card, allow flow and synchronicity into your life. And that's something I really do feel that we do need to be able to do in our life. And that's 3-3. That's another spiritual number. That's really great. Let's see. I don't think I've pulled the coral one before. Coral assists with restoring physical vitality. It is a great grounding colour and is helpful with releasing stress, worry and anxiety. Coral allows you to see things from a different points of view and to heal a broken heart and unrequited love. It also helps to bring synchronicity and flow into your life. Visualize crossing a coral bridge to bring more synchronicity and ease your life. That's so cool because that's a bridge right there as well, or an archway, but it's like a bridge. Synchronicity. Visualize coral rays shining out of your heart and allowing more flow and synchronicity into your life. Then imagine a coral road that leads you onto the right path. See or sense yourself stepping onto this path and connecting to the vibration of synchronicity. In this vibration, things happen easily in synchronistic ways. Breathe that vibration into yourself. Give yourself permission to follow the coral path towards your life purpose. Say, "My life is easy and full of synchronicity. I follow the most divine path for me." Now observe synchronicity all around you. Anytime you have to make a new decision and need some extra help, visualize stepping on the coral path. That is amazing, and I really do feel that's important when we do, at times, I know we're very optimistic, but we do have times where we get very introspective and feel like things are against us. And I really do feel like that is when we need to really have a look around us, look at it from a different perspective, and notice all the synchronicities in our life. I've been doing that a lot this year, and I tell you what, it's just amazing the amount of signs and symbols that Spirit is trying to give us every day if we only just open up our eyes and just see. And it's a great game. You can play it too. It's like, okay, show me, show me, give me a sign, give me a symbol if I'm on the right path. And I'm telling you, it's always there. We might not always see it. And like I said, maybe because we're in a different headspace. But once we get out of that and we actually look around and again connect with nature, allow things to flow with us, stop controlling things, and just going with the flow. I think that's really what this is saying as well. And like I said, we're one of the luckiest signs anyway, and I think we just need to be really grateful for that. that we are one of the luckiest signs. So I hope you guys have an amazing birthday, or had an amazing birthday. And I know that this year is going to be a lot better for everybody. And so with that, I'm wishing you all a very happy solar return, and wishing you lots of love and light. And just remember that you are a star, so let your light shine bright. And as always, love and light.